The more I tried to find my purpose, the more lost I felt. Let's talk about the purpose trap. I felt like I had to figure it out, like there was one right path that I couldn't miss, and that pressure made everything feel heavier and not clearer. I was looking for my purpose to be delivered to me on a silver platter, hoping that there was some divine light from heaven that would shine down and let me know what my purpose really was. I kept seeking my purpose in outside things, in career, in accomplishments, in approvals, validations, a certain amount of money in the bank. But I didn't realize that purpose was an inside job. The world was never going to tell me my purpose. Then I realized I had to uncover my purpose that's already inside me, because what I thought was supposed to guide me was starting to suffocate me. I was trying to think my way into my purpose instead of living my way into it. I was overanalyzing, I was overplanning, I was uncertain, and I was waiting for certainty to come to me. I thought that once I have all my ducks in a row, once I have enough certificates, once I've taken enough classes and read enough books, then I would have the ability to find my purpose. But finding our purpose really isn't so hard. When I was in New York City and living as an actor, I was so over-focused on what I needed to do every single day, how much work I needed to put in, that my purpose couldn't find me if it hit me over the head with a giant lead pipe. I would have never been able to truly discover my purpose because I was so anxious about whether I was doing enough, worried about what tomorrow would bring, overanalyzing yesterday's problems and mistakes, and guilting and shaming myself for not living up to the pedestal that I put myself on. And that kept me stuck because I couldn't move without knowing what my purpose was. Yeah, I continued to grind and do my best from where I was and work hard like I always did, but all the joy that I once had in my acting career was starting to be sucked away by the expectations that I had on myself and what I thought those expectations would lead me to. And it wasn't until I realized that you don't find your purpose by thinking and you find your purpose by living that things finally started to soften up and my reality became more loose and malleable. Because purpose isn't something that you find, it's something that you express. And you express it every single moment of your day. Purpose doesn't have to just be related to a career or to a goal. Purpose is, was I present with myself today? Was I good to myself and kind to others? Was I expressing my personality authentically, or was I wearing a mask? It's not one fixed thing. It evolves just as we do. And it's how you show up for yourself and to the world, not in what you do. It's energy, authenticity, presence, not a job title, that allows us to find our purpose. Because we're actually living out the expression and taking action on our creative excitements that then propel us into inspired action, not overthought action that we think we should take, because that was killing me. And then I realized that purpose isn't a destination. It's how you exist. Following what feels alive is much more accurate than chasing purpose. If you lead with the energy of I need to chase my purpose, chase my dreams, chase my authenticity, then it's always going to be out of reach. Because chasing implies that you don't have that which you are chasing. And if you don't exist in the vibration of having it now, then you'll always be chasing. And you'll always be searching for what it is you're supposed to be doing. And then you'll be looking for happiness in all the wrong places. What excites you and pulls you and interests you, that is the signal. That is the guiding light saying, keep going this way. It's the breadcrumbs of life showing you what direction you need to go based upon what really excites you. And trust me, you don't need the full path. You do not need to know steps A to Z. If you did, it would stop you from taking action, because then you would see all the steps and you'd be too afraid to take action. You'd see yourself at Z and you'd be terrified from your point of view of A, and it would stop you from taking action. So you just need to allow your life to reveal itself through movement and not through certainty. You don't need to know everything before you can take action, because clarity comes from action and not waiting for a sign that tells you to go. So seek within yourself for your purpose. Don't look to the outside world for it. You'll never find it. It'll always elude you. So take the pressure off your shoulders. You don't need to find your purpose. You need to start living so that it can find you.